We are also honored to have the Honorable Member of Parliament for Garu. He is also here with us to support the people of Nabdam. Honorable MP for Garu, let's see your hand, please. ASU. We have former ministers and former MPs who are with us here. I'll start with Honorable John Akolgo Tia, former Minister for Information and former MP for Talisi. We can't come to Nabdam without mentioning one person's name. He built Nabdam from the scratch to where it is today. He is the former Minister and former Chief Executive for the National Petroleum Authority, Honorable Moses Asaga. ASU. I've cited our brother and friend who once contested for Bongo. It's in the person of Dr. Rena Akumpirikia, a member of the legal team. ASU. His Excellency is here with a number of dignitaries. And I just told her that we have given her a local name. She can't go back to Accra without a local name. She is the person of Madame Beatrice Ayimpoka Annan, Deputy Communication Director, JM Campaign Team, 2023. ASU. ASU. We have a boss also with us who is a lawyer by profession, Madam Joyce Bawa Muktare. Can we acknowledge her, please? Madam, you are hiding. We can't see you. You don't deserve a local name. You are in order, so we'll spare you. ASU. With His Excellency's campaign team, we have the former chairman for Greater Accra, Chairman Adekoka. ASU. ASU. He was a chairman, became a minister, and became a chief of staff. The former chief of staff, Honorable Julius Deborah, is also here with us. ASU. The campaign manager who managed President Mahama's campaign, and we nearly won the last time. He is still the manager for this time. Let's welcome Professor Joshua Alabi. ASU. ASU. I think, Your Excellency, we have 3 aspirants in this constituency. But before I get to them, the man who is well experienced when it comes to politics, he told the MPP station boy that it is not about education, but it is about experience. He spared them with only 1 seat the last time. This time we are taking the 15 out of 15. He's in the person of our own father, sponsor, and everything. Alhaji Mumuni Bolnaba, regional chairman. Ayazu. Ayaza. You know, the constituency has an MP, right? Ayazu. He is the deputy ranking on health. He has been a constituency chairman. He has been a regional vice chairman. He has been in parliament for 8 years. Ayazu. And he has been doing so well. He is in the person of Dr. Mark Ket Nawane, MP, Nabdam. Ayazu. Ayazu. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We are pressed for time. Ayazu. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Our other 2 brothers. One is a lawyer of good standing, a lawyer who has been adopted by this region as our only lawyer to deal with internal matters. He has vast experience. He is in the person of lawyer Lamtik Apana. Ayazu. 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 Thank you, thank you, thank you. The third gentleman contested the last time. A brother, well experienced, very supportive, an accountant by profession. Let's welcome Honorable Francis Zure. Ayezu on the constituency chairman to give us the welcome address. Mr. Chairman, constituency chairman.
Ayezu, Ayezuzu, John Dramani Mahama, John Dramani Mahama, Yasagiti na vote wa, Yangwe unukte ya man. His Excellency, the incoming 2025 President John Dramani Mahama. Our national executives, our regional executives, the former DCEs, former ministers, our MP, hard-working MP, Honorable Maket Nawani, our former MP, Honorable Moses Asaga, on behalf of Nabdam constituency, I want us to give a warm welcome to His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, 2025 President. Hey! Hey! I would not like to talk much, but I want to assure our 2025 incoming President, John Dramani Mahama, that if there is not full ballot, come 13th, Nabdam, the goal of the land of gold, is going to endorse him 100%. And that Ayezu, and that 100% is going to send a signal, a warning to the NPP that 2024 election, Nabdam is going to win both parliamentary and presidential election by 95%. His Excellency, John Dramani Mahama, you are most welcome to Nabdam. You are not, don't even talk. We will endorse you 100%. Thank you.
Ayezu, 100% for JM. Ayezu. At this point, I would like to invite the Honorable Member of Parliament for Nabdam to also say a word. Honorable Dr. Mark Nawani.
Ayezu, Ayeza, hey, 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 hey. His Excellency, the President, John Dramani Mahama, the campaign manager, Joshua Alabi, the former Chief of Staff, Julius Deborah, distinguished guest, invited guest, invited guest, constituency executives, regional executives, my fellow contestants, members of the NDC, if our people will permit me a bit, I will just give a summary in the local language and come back to the English language. Tombane Manama Sankatla Mbetito Sokla President John Dramani Mahama ni udiribentas dinangwa ye batata zina ta in campaign timiye ya wabdam data dia tengla basam tengla bahme kazina sanse katitala la bakarne katikunya wasamla ka Ghana dem pa boore ba yet tiba John Dramani Mahama yo otana dia tengla ti bonso ntom di korom bonso ni tomala kota dia tengla kati miya tiba wanse wa o en assemblyman korom o en deputy minister korom o en MP korom o en minister korom o en vice president korom papa en president me lambone korom katemiya sosoka mi ana tina maldi siem gati power enzewa ka yele ya back and yele se biara ma deputy ranking be half la oda yele ya national health insurance la putomra la miara me mate la putomra ni chento ata yisina wa ya zozo ni wo ligri mame be kaya mi siezuka to wo ligri la president Akufo-Addo o yela ka bobono ken oforiata la ken oforiata ni dia la ba tene wo la hola ko dia ba o represent health insurance dia tom on is la that tom sie kaposaki ya man ye wamba nze kwala wa nim zierwa man to board Francis Sampana bam kala na ya on dia ligila o zan tereba kabadia tom amanga ken oforiata ni dia la hola on represent ba kabatom ka kalapane Laura ka banaza wo seba ni behle yala ka yampa ni pa doctor yir ba pa ni ya la ya wo ligri ka ba pa behya manda kuna da be ba demla ka manda ban yi tita ba dem zozo ama ba pata chen doctor yile banchen bana wala zu so ati county men ka ba ka de ba lemna ka health insurance la leptom te have baba la te yela zozo sia ka te bonda agenda 111 ka ba bori ba ye ba bori ba me doctor yi nambe buzi wo ama ba kala la ka bana England la ka de itla biere kana mbuzu ka bori ba inza wabe bete bonwa be kwala wa ka ba ya pilowa la ka dia wo mayi wona ka ba pin to ma wa la sin ka do buzi kala dola foundation kala sin ka do la asoma to ambani manama tina pela tita yela si kaman bore president Mahama owomde yiga nanda yela yima tamlan kala yiga tita buzi betina pela ka light pupanie tina tom da pa buzi ka ba tomala la singa yela no anda baka yila na ka yela no ninza yo kwar baba zan zarar baba zan zi bog baba zan zozo ga baba zan zarar baba zan lord baba zan dar baba lanza wabe sinka dome ninda ba di siamla na sinka yela no So ya the cattle kulemna taton tomala. Ya we like a yidam ala to low pala. Indian asonge yidgan yid zalarok yid damorok yid tendong yid piorung pakat ya sakote. Banda piutomala la sinka yala no kala sinka do tomla sinka gurume ukwengu meng katana ba tomala. Let me give a summary in English.
It's okay, it's all right.
It's okay, okay. Yo ba womya ma ye electrification la so mi kai le afafar ma ye rose la so mi kai le afafar o bang ye transa wa be ka mpo ya zo
Ayazu hey we would now like to call on our regional chairman Alhaji Mumuni Bolnaba to come and give us a powerful speech and introduce the old boy.
Ayazuzu. Tuma. Ayazu. To, zila tena wabe nabdam constituency la. Aniyele tisam, timba, tiyab, tisilwusa. Obe apa izina kwala. Honorable Your Excellency John Ramani Mahama Oyo Kena Mput Nam Apa Rimla Kayele Onye Delegates Namla Kabagos Ka Tetifla Ya Pai Banyanga vote Kuyanga Pame 100% Ka MPP Rim Banyele Wone Titibi Namla Kata Kari Kinai Namla So Nazula Katabekola Zina Yete Kina Pusia Okuyanga Be Akra Kayele Finam Kina Pusia, Omenyela Uru Kina, Yanga Kina Pusia, Kayele Obey ya Nusin, Kaye voted Tisu. Nishiba Yina, Baba Yi, Yiba Namla, Bayina Yaba Parliament. Ye, next time, John Yatekai. Ye, next time, John Yateke, Kayu Sik, Kabame Isiba, Bamia Kina, Katawasa Isa Nila Ko, Yanga voted Tisu. Kasina lade ba yina ba parliament kaba kai ba yina kembo namla so dina sugule ya man pera ana ginga ya manam sugulu ka gos katiya to vote yin vote yin ba da yanga yuluga ka anabram constituency ka compam 100% ka bang ye lele wonne sira te tibe kli namla ka te tibe te kina bo namla ayazu. So Mampera and Ginga, Kaban Pia, MP Pia, Mampera and Ginga, Miam Samla, Kuruna, Mipia, Yasoka the Palm Sule and Guards in Shibayas. Ayo To Bonkana Vaniele, Ayazu Bonkana Vaniele, Tete Bullet to Samla, Your Excellency John Ramani Mamba, Yodwana, and Zebila, this delegate Namla, Katina Pamagare, Zebila, Neboku. Then got the Mimia Lake Bangele, on your room. I use the tomato.
MFA. Hey. Thank you very much. Today, Nabdam has become the gateway to the Upper East region. because this is our first stop on the Upper East campaign tour. And I'm happy to be back here in Nabdam, a place where I have many great friends that I have known for so many years, like Moses Aduko Asaga. Let me thank you all for leaving whatever you're doing early this morning to come and meet with us. And to thank you for the assurance that has been given me with regards to the election we're about to hold, the primaries we're about to hold on 13th May. We all know the situation in our country today. And I think when the Honorable MP was talking, he tried to explain some of the issues in the deterioration of the national health insurance and other things. NDC was in office from 2009 to 2016. I wouldn't say that when we were in office, Ghana was a paradise. But I can comfortably say that our lives were far better under the NDC than they are today. The country that we handed over to Nana Akufo-Addo and the NPP, they've not been able to look after it properly. And so everything is in reverse. It's like a driver who says he's an experienced driver, and then you're going with him from Bolga to Accra, and instead of putting it in forward gear, he puts it in reverse, and is rather reversing towards Burkina Faso. The people of Ghana are asking you, the NDC, to come back and take over the affairs of this country and put things back in order. And that is why our party executives, national executives, decided that we should hold both our primaries for the presidential and for the parliamentary together on May 13th. So on that day, we're going to assemble as we've assembled here, all our branch executives, constituency executives, ex-appointees will all assemble here. And there will be 2 ballot boxes. One will be for the parliamentary, and the other one will be for the presidential. We'll vote for the parliamentary first. And my understanding is that we have 3 of our brothers who are standing for the parliamentary primary. Of course, the MP has been introduced, and our other 2 brothers have been introduced. What I want to say, especially to our supporters, is that all 3 of them are our brothers. All 3 of them are NDC. All 3 of them are members of the same family. It is as if a chieftaincy position is available in our family. What do? We all contest. But as soon as we choose one person from the family all rallies behind the person. And I've always said that God's time is the best. It might be someone's turn today, it will be yours tomorrow. So the support that we give that person, when our time comes, the same support will be given to us. And so especially the supporters, I just want to caution you. More often than not, when a competition like this takes place within the party, within the family, it leads to some factions. And then when you try to bring everybody back together again, those who supported the winning candidate will tell the others that, no, you went and followed this person, so you are not part of us. No. We are all NDC, we are part of it. And so as soon as we vote on May 13th, that is the end of it. I've always said that there's a lot that we can do together. And if I have to quote President Kufuor, he said it's better to be a messenger in the ruling party than to be the chairman of the party in opposition. And that is because if our party comes into power, there's much more everybody can do, not only MPs. They are chief executive officers, they are ambassadors, they are chairmen of boards. There's so many other positions that we can utilize people for. And so it's not a life and death struggle. If we select one person, it doesn't mean we don't like the other people. And once we've done that selection, when we come into office, we'll find use for the other ones who, did not get elected. So that's about the first box. The second box, that is where my interest too is. That's my box. And that's the presidential box. So after voting for the parliamentary, you'll be given another ballot paper. And that ballot paper will be like this banner that is here. There were 4 of us who were standing. One of them, a younger brother of ours, decided that he was going to withdraw from the race and put all his support and effort behind me. And so we're now 3 of us to remember how you vote. You use your thumb, you put it on the ink, and you should put it squarely in the box, the center of the box. Don't let it get close to the line, because if it gets close to the line and it crosses, they would say that they are not sure which of the 2 people you wanted to vote for. And so put it right in the middle of the box. Then aside from that, after you have put it in the box, don't touch the ballot paper. Find something and clean your hands nicely. If you have a handkerchief or a rag or something, clean your hands and make sure the ink is dry before you pick up the ballot paper and fold it. The reason why I'm saying this is, if you thumbprint, we're not going to try anybody. We want a party that is experienced, that has been in government, that has done it before, and we all have seen. We want a president who has experience, who has been in office, understudied many leaders, and understands what it takes to bring this country back on its feet. NDC was in office in 2016. We undertook a lot of development projects. We extended electricity to all parts of this country. We provided drinking water to almost 76% of the population from 58%. We built roads, we built hospitals, and did a lot of things. We built schools, community day schools, e-blocks, and all that. And yet, our colleagues in the MPP said we were incompetent, and so Ghanaians should vote against us. And that when they come into office in 1.5 years, they're going to transform this country. And they made big promises. 1 district, 1 factory, 1 village, 1 dam, sky train flying in the air. You heard all those promises. But apparently, all they wanted was political power. And since they took that political power, they've used it to benefit not all of them, not the whole party, but just a small cabal within the party. So I can tell you, those who are even more disappointed than other Ghanaians are MPP members themselves. Many of them will admit to you that they are disappointed. There's one of them who told me, he said, look, this is not the MPP party. It is a small group who have hijacked the party and are doing what they are doing. Otherwise, the MPP itself would not have misgoverned like this. And so, Ghanaians say, come for your stone. In our tradition, if somebody comes and knocks your door in the morning and says, here's your stone, it means that you advised them and they didn't listen. And now they found that the advice you gave was the right one. So Ghanaians say, NDC, come for your stone. And so we're going to work hard to come back into office. I know that by the grace of God, the way has been opened for us. But if the way opens, you have to take advantage of it. You don't sit and say, because God has opened the way, it will come naturally. And so the hard work is going to be done by you, the branch executives. I've said that 2024 is going to be a different election. We're not going to do it the same way we've always done it. And as I've said, it will be a do or die affair. It will be a do or die affair. And that means that we're going to take it very seriously. We're going to risk everything to win victory in the election. And some people try to misquote and twist it and say it means we're going to commit violence. No, do or die does not mean committing violence. We're not going to take cutlasses and start chasing people all over the place. What we mean is that we're not going to want to cheat anybody, but we're never ever going to allow anybody to cheat us in the 2024 election. Because I know that if elections are transparent, free and fair in this country, NDC would win the election. In 2016, we left office because Ghanaians were deceived that we were incompetent and that they were a better team. But it was good that we left office, because sometimes we doubt God, but I think that whatever God does is good. Because if we had not left office in 2016, there's nothing we would have done that would have pleased Ghanaians. Because they would have said, if MPP had come, they would have done better than that. And so God said, you go stand aside. Let them come and do it. Let's see. Today we can all see the effect. In 2020, we went again. We were all sad that we did not get power in 2020. But there again, God was preventing us from something. He knew that a deep hole had been dug there. And so he said, NDC, my son, my children, stand aside. Because they've dug a hole there. And so let those who dug their hole fall into the hole. Today they've fallen into the hole. The whole world has seen. I travel frequently abroad for lectures, attending conferences and things. And the whole world is shocked. People ask me, President Mahama, what happened to Ghana? And I said, well, when it was happening, we were saying it, we were telling the international community, they said we were bad-mouthing our own country. That is the result. Unbridled borrowing and borrowing and borrowing by a finance minister whose bank makes commissions anytime Ghana borrows. I mean, if you are borrowing on behalf of Ghana, and anytime you borrow, money comes into your pocket, it's a conflict of interest. Who won't do that? They will do it. And we've said it and said it. 80 of their MPs have signed a petition telling the president that the finance minister is incompetent. Remove him. But because he's his cousin, up to now he's the one negotiating and taking pensioners' monies and all that. After he has caused the problem, he is the one now inflicting pain on pensioners and others. He collapsed 9 banks, Ghanaian banks. Today, this debt restructuring has put the remaining banks in the same position as the 9 banks he collapsed. So is he going to collapse all those banks soon? So what was the reason to collapse Dufour's Bank, Unibank, Amoabain's UT Bank, and all those other banks? When you needed 9 billion to rescue them, you instead collapsed them and created a debt for Ghana of 25 billion cedis. When NDC was leaving office, our debt from Nkrumah's time till I got off the seat was 120 billion cedis. Today it is almost 600 billion cedis. And there's nothing to show for it. When you ask them, what did you do with the money? They'll quickly say free SHS. But free SHS is not working properly. The benefit is supposed to give the parents, they're not getting. And I can tell you that today, the money we're spending on our children to go to school is far more than when we used to pay school fees. And when the children go to school, you'll be surprised. In 4 weeks, they are back. And you ask why? Why are you back so early? They say, oh, this traffic light system. They say we should come so that our colleagues too will come. In NDC time, our children all went to school together. And then when they vacate, they all come home together. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to repair the free SHS, make it better, and create the situation where when school reopens, all our children will go together. And when they vacate, they will all come back home together. So that we don't do this thing of private studies, get a teacher, spend more money because the child is at home for such a long time. Honorable MP was talking about any child. Any child is completely destroyed. The minister himself said there's no benefit to the any child card. Because if you go, you don't get the kind of service you expect. So he said that when he goes to hospital, he pays cash. the minister himself. And that's why I say you should resign, because you are the minister of the sector. If you as minister go and you have to pay cash, what of the ordinary poor Ghanaians? You go with the card now, there's discrimination. There are two sets of Ghanaians. When you get to the hospital, they ask you, are you paying cash or you are using NHIL? If you are using NHIL, they let you sit in a different place. Then those who are paying cash will go see the doctor, collect their prescriptions and things, and go. And then you, the NHIL, after that, they'll call you to come. And when you come, even paracetamol you won't get. When NDC was there, you get cough mixture, you get painkillers, you even get antibiotics. Today, you can't think of getting antibiotics in any hospital with an NHIL card. And so NDC is going to come and make it better. But like I said, you are going to lead the campaign. You, the branch executives. You lead the campaign and we will all follow you. And if somebody gives you an assignment, he has to give you the tools to do it. So I also want to promise you that whatever you need to do that campaign in terms of logistics, resources, it is also my responsibility to find those items for you. So we'll get the t-shirts, we'll get the bicycles, we'll get the posters, we'll get the motorcycles, we'll get the money. And when we do, I've said that the complaint often is that when we bring resources and logistics, our branch executives don't get any of them. And I've seen it myself. I go to campaign, you see your 9-member branch executive, nobody has a t-shirt. When you ask them, they say, oh, we didn't get any, even though we have printed hundreds of thousands of t-shirts. And so I said, the way we're going to distribute it this time, the branch executives will get first. When we load the resources, we're not going to bring it to Bolga first. We're going to bring it straight here to Nabdam. And then when we bring it, we're not going to open it up. We're going to get 3 representatives from every branch. The chairman, the secretary, the branch women's organizer. And then when they come, we'll open the stuff. We'll count the t-shirts. We'll count the posters. If there's money, we'll count the money. We'll count the bicycles. We'll count the motorcycles. If there are scarves, we'll count the scarves, we'll count the caps, everything. Then when we finish, we'll all sit there and we'll share it equally. And then every branch will take theirs away and then go to your branch and go and share it there. That is the only way we can ensure that our branch executives also benefit from the logistics. Additionally, we're introducing a reward scheme for the 2024 elections. With every branch, we're going to look at your 2020 vote. And then we're going to give you a target of additional votes that we expect you to get. If you're able to achieve that additional vote and exceed it, all the 9-member branch executives in that branch are going to receive a handsome reward. And then also, you are all going to become graduates of the NDC party school. We're going to let the party school lecturers come to every constituency before the 2024 election. And they're going to come and train you on the history of the NDC, the founding fathers of the NDC, NDC's ideology, social democracy, what is it? They'll teach you your role as a chairman, as a secretary, so that you don't have the chairman going and doing the work of the women's organizer, or the secretary doing the work of the organizer, so that everybody will know what their role is. We'll also teach you how to campaign, how to talk to people to persuade them to come to the NDC. And then at the end of it, we'll give everybody who attends the training a certificate. That shows that you're a graduate of the NDC party school. It is important because in future, if anybody questions your loyalty to the NDC, you just take out that certificate and say, I'm not just a member of the NDC, I'm a graduate of the NDC party school. And like I've said, this time we're coming for the benefit of our grassroots. You've sacrificed for a long time. In government, we'll always say, oh, let our foot soldiers wait. Let's serve the other Ghanaians first. And then after that, we'll come to our foot soldiers. When I was an MP, at that time, we used to distribute Maslock loans and things. We'll ask our women's organizers to wait. Let's give the other women first. And then later, when it comes again, we'll give our women's organizers. And often it doesn't come again. So this time, you two will get equally. If we are distributing small loans to women, our women's organizers to deserve to get some of those loans. If we are giving scholarships for children to go and study, our party members to have children who can study. And so we'll come and recruit your children to go. If we're recruiting into the armed forces, the police, prisons, immigration, we also have young people who equally can serve in those agencies. And so we'll give you your fair share of what the national cake offers. And then again, when we come into office, we're going to do small enterprises. Bread baking, poultry keeping, animal rearing, and all those things. And when we start those programs, I expect that all our branch executives will enroll into those programs so that you can do something and earn an extra income. It doesn't matter if you are working already or not. Even if you're a teacher, you can have a small poultry farm. If you sell eggs, you'll get extra income. If you sell chickens or guinea fowls, you'll get extra income. And so we expect you all to get involved in those programs when we start them. And so I'm not going to talk too much. I just want to thank you for the 100% endorsement. I know NAPDAM has never disappointed me. When I came here in 2019, there were 7 of us contesting. And you assured me and promised me, says, oh, President Mahama, you go and sleep. We're going to give you 90-something%. And truly, when we voted, it was 90-something%. 95.6%. Apart from a few rejected ballots, and then when we investigated, my brother here, Professor Alabi, he also took some of the votes. So he says I should tell you that those who took those votes away, he said you should come and add it to mine so that we'll get 100%. But we have a team working on the potential of every district. And I just want to assure the people of NAPDAM that you've got a very good potential in mining. But we need to streamline it so that we can do it properly. We should not just take the surface gold and then we think that's it. We need to do mining that allows us to get the full benefit of the gold from deep down, under. And that will create more employment for our young people. And so when NDC comes, we're going to streamline the gold mining process and attract investors to come here and come and establish first-class gold mines so that our young people too can get work to do. So that's an assurance I'm giving you, so that our young people don't have to continue going down to go and do galamsey. We'll be able to find employment for them in our mining potential here. So let me end there and thank you very much and pray that bringing us, all of us will remain alive to receive it. Thank you very much. God bless you.